Hi, everybody, and thanks for being here and starting off a new week with us. This one beginning on the 9th day of November and on a cooler note than last week, and that will be the trend throughout your entire forecast period. When we get to your Licking Valley RECC predictions weather-wise, well, we'll talk about definitely some temperatures that are going to be closer to being on par and below par instead of above as it was last week. We've also got a cold front, a pretty strong one at that, that appears to be rolling through the Ohio Valley. Wednesday into Thursday could also bring us the chance at least of some severe weather. We'll talk about some showers, some sun, and some cooler air in your forecast. We'll also take a look at your Veterans Day forecast, which right now looks to be one of the high points throughout the entire period. We'll get to that in more detail in just a few moments. We've got an auto accident, a truck that careened into a garage over the course of the weekend. 3 McGoffin County men arrested in Louisa last week on serious drug-related charges. A few football scores from last Friday night, and a meeting, an important meeting that has to do with the future of one significant portion of the Mountain Parkway expansion project, that being from Sayersville to Prestonsburg. The Paintsville City Council was to meet tonight, and annexation was going to be a big topic. We have a camera there and a report on tomorrow's program. Johnson County Fiscal Court also meeting in regular session this evening as well. So we'll be talking about that and other news when I see you back here tomorrow. For tonight's program, though, we have several, as I mentioned, topics. We'll go ahead and begin with those drug arrests that took place in Louisa last week. It was actually midweek last week that the Louisa Police Department says they got a call of possible drug activity involving a maroon Ford sedan in the Louisa Plaza. Now, reports from the Louisa Police Department say that Sergeant Wilburn and Patrolman Miller responded to the plaza and located a maroon Ford Taurus that was parked in the plaza. And they say they found 3 men to be inside the vehicle. And upon making contact with those 3 men, officers observed 2 of them trying to conceal items from the policeman's view. Those items would turn out to be needles, pot, meth, and much more. And all 3 men would turn out to be from McGoffin County. Say that upon conducting a search of the vehicle, they recovered from the car several items of drug paraphernalia and a wide variety of illegal narcotics and drugs, including marijuana, 134 oxycodone, and 2 baggies containing a white powder substance they believed to be methamphetamine. Grover Allen of Sagersville was in possession of a 5-hour energy bottle containing urine that he was going to use, they say, to pass a drug test at the clinic to try to obtain another prescription. Another bottle was also located in the vehicle. Altogether, 3 were arrested. Billy R. Green, 40, of Gunlock, who was charged with possession of a controlled substance, first degree, possession of a controlled substance in the third degree, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and complicity to attempt or obtain a controlled substance by fraud or false statement, public intoxication, and tampering with physical evidence. 34-year-old Grover Allen of Sagersville was charged with possession of a controlled substance in the first, possession of drug paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence, and attempting to obtain a controlled substance by fraud or false statement. He was also served with an outstanding bench warrant for failure to pay fines. And the third arrested was 48-year-old Michael Bailey of Sagersville, and he was charged with possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, complicity to obtain or attempt to obtain controlled substances by fraud or false statements. And all 3 were arrested and lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, and all 3 remain there as of last report just before airtime. The department also tells me the case is still under investigation by Sergeant Stephen Wilburn, and they say that if you have any knowledge of any illegal activity, to please contact the Louisa Police Department at 638-4058. They need your information and not your name. I'll be right back after these messages. I have for sale my personal daily driver. It has been now for about the last 10 years, and I'm only selling it to get something just a bit bigger for all of my equipment. It's a 1997 Jeep Wrangler, 4-cylinder, 5-speed. It has a Kentucky rebuilt title, about 142,000 miles on the Jeep. The motor is a 2000 model with only about 75,000 miles on it. In the last year, I've installed a new clutch, a brand new air conditioning system, battery, alternator, some other items. It has a 4-inch lift, 32-inch tires. The winch works. It has, of course, the step bars. It has the hard top. It also comes with a bikini top, a rain cover, and some other accessories. I just had it serviced this week. The four-wheel drive works great. Everything works. The heat is hot. The air is ice cold. And for a quick sale, I'm asking $6,200. If you have any questions or need some more information, please give me a call. 349-3699. Thanks. Relatively quiet weekend, emergency-wise. However, there were a couple of auto accidents, the most unusual of which perhaps was a pickup truck that careened into a garage on Lakeville Road here in Magoffin County. From what I understand, the accident took place sometime around 2:30 Saturday morning on Lakeville Road, and it was sometime thereafter that after daylight broke that the vehicle was noticed. The driver also came back at that time and was there on scene talking to authorities and other individuals who responded to the accident, which left no injuries. But as you can see, the pickup truck, which ran off the roadway and then into a barn owned by a Powers family, or a garage rather, on its side, crashing through the end of this structure, as you can see, and that's exactly how it came to rest. Once again, no injuries were reported, no one taken to the hospital. There was an arrest last night. I don't have any accompanying video. I wasn't in town, but there was a two-vehicle accident. I am told by City Police Officer Mike Nichols at the red light there at the Parkway in the Catholic Church area. One vehicle was traveling east on the Mountain Parkway, getting off the Mountain Parkway onto Parkway Drive and turning left, and he turned into the path of another vehicle which was traveling west on the Parkway. The two collided. There were no injuries reported. Both drivers refused medical treatment at the scene. Nichols tells me, however, that Charles West Conley, who was operating the vehicle that turned into Parkway Drive, was cited for charges of driving under the influence. I've got an important public meeting to announce this evening. This coming from the team of the Mountain Parkway Expansion Project, and it deals, of course, with a great deal of land and homeowners, but also with motorists who travel through the area. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet is going to hold a meeting next week to share what it has learned after several months, they say, of evaluating options for extending the Mountain Parkway between Sagersville and Prestonsburg. I showed you the preliminary plans, and officials say they still have two alternatives, and they've refined those alternatives to create a four-lane road between Sagersville and Prestonsburg, and they're going to present those additional details to the public during a November 19th meeting at Prestonsburg Elementary. That is next Thursday night. The meeting is going to be from 4:30 to 7. I've got a graphic here of the original proposed routes that I'm having trouble getting to come up. My apologies. I know it's paused on this section of video. Basically, the existing route of 114 would be widened. There was a cross-country route that will go over far to the side of that route, which would involve many less homes and property owners. The alternatives would either widen that or build that new road along that cross-country route. Hundreds of residents attended the meeting that you're looking at a still frame of here in Prestonsburg back in April to learn details about the two preliminary options and provide feedback. And after that meeting, the Mountain Parkway Expansion team says they've conducted further study of the connectivity between Sagersville and Prestonsburg, and they're going to present those two refined alignments to the public for further comment on next Thursday. It's at that meeting they say that they're going to have some updated maps, some exhibits, also a video, and representatives and members of the project team will be available for question. Residents will again have the opportunity to complete a questionnaire and provide feedback. So I'll remind you about it when it gets a bit closer. We'll, of course, be there in attendance and be covering the event and find out more, as does the general public. But they are still presenting these two plans, and initially, even before the meeting and then after that April meeting, they were indicating that at that time, not committing to either one, but at that time, they were leaning more towards the cross-country route. We'll find out if that has changed or not next Thursday. Once again, that meeting is at Prestonsburg Elementary, 4:30 to 7. A new week always means a new community calendar. It's always brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau and starts off this evening with a couple of birthday wishes. Celebrating his birthday yesterday, I am told. Over the weekend was Jack May. It says, happy birthday, Jack May, from your son Jackie, grandkids Caleb, Jacob, Lakeisha, and Dakota, family and friends. A happy day belated birthday tonight to Jack May. And to Tanya Reisner, happy birthday with a whole lot of love from Shannon, daughters, granddaughter, son-in-laws, everybody. Says happy birthday to Tanya Reisner. Also, I believe a day or two belated, her birthday Sunday, I think, as well. Happy birthday. First off on our brand new calendar for the week, if you're interested in sending your child to Head Start or KERA preschool here in McGoffin County, applications are still being taken for the present school year. If you're interested, apply at the Head Start office. 349-3488 is the number to the McGoffin County Head Start office. And here's a big one. This is a great idea. The Lakefront Church of God is having a benefit concert this Friday evening, 3 hours, 6 to 9. All the proceeds will go to purchasing 500 turkeys for Christmas dinners for a whole lot of special folks throughout the county. They're selling a big plated country breakfast during the event with a drink. It's just $6. They're going to have performing in the sanctuary True Gospel Echoes, Wayward Travelers, Lonnie Cole, Durst Minix, Diane Rudd, the Kearney Singers, and the concert is free. That's right, starting at 6 at the Lakefront Church of God, the concert's free. The breakfast, I love breakfast at dinner time, don't you? It's a big breakfast, and it's only $6. And once again, all those proceeds going to buy those 500 turkeys they're going to prepare for some very special families. A turkey and dressing dinner and mashed potatoes and corn and a roll and dessert have all been planned by the Sagersville Free Will Baptist Church. It's going to be this Friday. This is earlier in the day, so you can eat good all day. They're going to do this from 10:30 till 2 this Friday, and that is going to be at the, once again, Sagersville Free Will Baptist Church. Big turkey and dressing dinner, mashed potatoes, corn, roll, dessert. It's just $7, and they can deliver within 10 miles. The church number is 349-5524. I'll get you all those contact numbers tomorrow. I left those out, and with that, I apologize. The Woman's Club in McGoffin County wants to remind you that you don't have long. I'm telling you that part because they go fast, but they've got those fresh pecans in. They're great for snacking or baking. They're just $10 per 1 pound bag, and they will not be around much longer. 794-0316 or 349-5918. Our community calendar's been around for 17 years. It's been a long time it's been here, and it will be here every weeknight that you need it. Mail, phone, fax, email, Facebook, whatever you need, get it to us. We'll tell everyone about it. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. We came in today to learn that services were held earlier today in honor of Darrell Crace. At the age of 69, Darrell of Falcon passed away last Friday. He was married to Rita Salyer Crace, who survives, and Darrell's also survived by 2 stepsons, Ronald Neal and Michael Scott Wheeler. Burial followed at the Elsie Conley Cemetery, once again following services earlier today in honor of 69-year-old Darrell Crace of Falcon. We're still watching 2 viewing area teams now advancing into their second round of playoff action. This after both the Johnson Central Golden Eagles and the Tigers of Paintsville hosted opponents in round 1 this past Friday night. Now, I'm not going to be the one to jinx it, so all I'm going to say is I know there's got to be a lot of fans who are thinking this could go a long way. I'm talking about 2 Johnson County teams. We'll begin with your Johnson Central Golden Eagles and Coach Matney, who did a reversal, and it was a good thing the other night because for their last game of the season, they were at Belfry and came up with a big loss, their only loss of the season, and it was a big one, 0-41. Well, they returned the favor, sadly, for Holmes against them, 41-0 last week in the first round of action. That means they're hosting Greenup County at home for the Golden Eagles this Friday night. That means they're 9-1 after winning this regional matchup, if you will. The Musketeers that they're going up against, Greenup County, they're 6-5 on the season. They've won 218 points, lost 171. They defeated Harrison County in their first round, 17-15, that final score. And as for the Paintsville Tigers, man, rolling right along, 11-0, perfect season. A big win, and I think expected over Bracken County, and they're certainly the favorite this Friday night as well. In the first round of playoffs on the gridiron, they won over Bracken, 50-24. They're 11-0. They're hosting Raceland this Friday night for second-round action. Raceland going to be a little bit tougher of an opponent. They, of course, won against Raceland, though, 50-7 in the early on in the regular season. But Raceland does come in at 7-4 on the season and winning 278 points and losing 262. They defeated Bishop Brossart in their first round to take on Paintsville. Looking for some revenge, I'm sure, but they're going up against the Paintsville Tiger team that could make some history this time around. Now to put the lid on tonight with your Licking Valley RECC forecast. I do know that emergency personnel was called to an ATV-related accident just around the moment that this show began, involving some children who were possibly up on a hill or a road somewhere behind their residence, and that they could hear their cries for help, said the family who called 911. We'll have an update on that tomorrow. And, of course, the other news I've already mentioned. As you saw tonight's forecast, we've got that low of right around 47 and some showers, nothing heavy, but some continued showers, and I've already run through Tuesday's video there. Tomorrow we do have mostly cloudy skies, a 20% chance of showers technically, maybe before 9 a.m. Otherwise, we will just see mostly cloudy and dry conditions thereafter. 59, 38 for your respective high and low. And due to my time constraints, I'll get through as far as Veterans Day to tell you that it's going to be gorgeous for one of the most important days of the year. A little fog at the onset, mostly sunny, mid-60s, low 50s. That chance of showers and storms that you see at the bottom of your screen, well, that's all courtesy of a big cold front that's going to come in Wednesday night, and possibly maybe after 1 a.m. Out in front of that, some gusty winds, possibly some showers and storms as well, maybe even a little severe weather. I have not said severe weather very often as of late and for quite some time. But that is what the potential is there for Wednesday night. Continuing into your Thursday with only some light showers early. Then we'll see partly sunny skies. Still see the low 60s. And just as you think it's over, by the time Friday and Saturday roll around, we could see another cold front that's going to at least maybe come in. It's going to be a little bit drier, but it will give us some colder temperatures for your weekend. I think Saturday right now is looking to be sunny and 49, and then Sunday is sunny and 55, and that's after a 54 day on your Friday. And with that, I am off to Andrew's ball game at the high school/middle school. I also spoke with Coach Rob Russell. We'll be introducing the teams to you and some other things sports-wise on the local level here throughout the week as we have planned. We've got meeting coverage, as I mentioned, tomorrow. And, of course, annexation is a hot topic in the Paintsville area at this time. So be sure and tune in tomorrow night. We'll have that and more. For now, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your Monday evening.